Yo, what's up, guys? It's D Brown with Trackheads. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Trackheads. So, it is 2 days since the Olympics just finished. The 2024 Paris Olympics just finished, especially for track and field. And there's been so many different amazing moments. People are still looking for that euphoria. People are still looking for that adrenaline rush for these past couple events that we've been having for the track and field. So, I thought it would be a great idea to come with a top 10 most amazing moments, in my personal opinion, right? Because it's just my opinion, my channel. This is going to be my top 10 best moments of the Paris Olympics for track and field for the sprints, right? There's so many different events. There's sprints, field events, mid distance, long distance, just many different things. These are going to be for my sprints and hurdles, all right? Top 10 for sprints and hurdles. I'm going to do this in no particular order. I think all of them are dope. And let me just start from the first one. So the first one, I think that was one of the most amazing moments that I saw at the Paris Olympics had to be Sydney McLaughlin breaking the 400-meter hurdle world record. So if you've been keeping up with her progress, she ran 50.6 at the United States Olympic Trials, and basically did that with no kind of competition. I mean, the next fastest times were 52s. And those were like PRs for some people. So, I mean, she went 50.6, was unchallenged, didn't even look tired, really. You know, it was a big surprise. A lot of people like to say that Oregon track is really fast, but the fact that she was able to come back again after not having any meets in those 6 to 8 weeks that between those two meets, she didn't go to any of these Diamond League meets, no tune-up meets, nothing. She's just been training the whole time, and she was able to come back after a prelim, after a semifinal, and in the final with fierce competition. You had Femke Bol, who went 50.95. You had Anna Cockrell, who was in the wing. You had Rochelle Clayton, who was in the wing, and none of them were able to even get close to her. And she finished in 50.3. I mean, splitting 23 high at the 200 just to finish up in a really strong mid 26 to low 26. So really, really impressive stuff. I think she was really I think she wanted to go sub 50. I think she knew it was possible. I think she needed a little bit more competition, because the next closest person was a 51 high, 51.7, I believe, by Anna Cockrell. And everyone thought that it was going to be Femke Bol. I did as well. I thought Femke Bol was going to at least push her, but she was nowhere in the stratosphere. Femke Bol ended up going like 52 and some change to get third place. I think no one saw that coming, but definitely that had to be one of the best moments, because, I mean, every single year she touches the track, she does something amazing. And that was a really dope moment. To do it in that kind of situation, really dope to see. Excuse me. My next moment, my number 2 would have to be Quincy Hall's performance in the 400-meter dash. So the 400-meter dash was a really dope performance. I don't think anyone saw that the top 6 finishers of that race will all be going under 44 seconds. And not just like 44.9. We're talking about 44.7, 44.8 was like the slowest time to like go into that top 6. I mean, you had Jareem Richards running 43.7, Karani James running 43.7. I mean, Matthew Hudson Smith. You had all these different 400-meter runners running 43s, right? But I think what made Quincy Hall's performance so legendary was the fact that, number one, he came through probably at not the slowest time, but he came through at like 5th or 6th at the first 200. But he looked like he was in real trouble at the 250. There was no way, like, at least in my opinion, watching the race, like, he was going to be in the top 3. There's no way. Like, he's out of the race. You know, watching it, there was nothing that told me, like, he was going to do what he did. And for him to come back, gritting his teeth, you see all the golds, you see all the stress on his face, and for him to come back, not just picking off one person, not 2 people, not 3 people. I mean, all the way for that last 150, he finished up in 11.5-6 seconds in the last 100 to hawk down everybody and finish that in 43.4. Super duper impressive. Like, that was probably one of the best 400-meter runner races I've seen in quite some time. I mean, I think back to the era of Michael Johnson. It was just really impressive to see that caliber of racing, not just from him, but for the people that he raced against. They did not give it to him easy. I mean, he had to work for that one, but that would have to be one of the most impressive Olympic 400-meter races I've seen ever, like ever. And we're going to stay on the topic of the 400. The next person that I thought that had a really great performance was Paulino. Marilyn Paulino. So Paulino, she runs for the Dominican Republic, I believe. She went 48.1 seconds in the 400-meter dash. Like, I don't think anyone has really run that fast since 2019 with Sharnae Miller-Weibo and Salawat Nasser. That whole women's 400-meter dash was dope because no one ran slower than 50 seconds. The whole field was running 49s or faster. To make top three, you had to go 48. I mean, that's really, really impressive. I don't think a lot of people really gave a lot of recognition to Paulino because she's not an American. The Americans got like a lot of publicity for their performances, rightfully so. You're an Olympic champion. But I didn't see Paulino's efforts really like praised in the same way that if Alexis Holmes won it, how she would be exalted. So shout out to Paulino. That was a really dope performance. Moving on, we have the women's 4x4. They almost break the world record. All right, so we have Shamir Little to Sydney McLaughlin, Levroni. We have Gabby Thomas, and then we have Alexis Holmes. I mean, we did not have a single woman run 50 seconds in that particular race. Shout out to Shamir Little. I mean, she's been busting 49s the whole 4x4, like mixed relays, prelims, finals, regular relays, prelims, finals. She's been going first leg. I mean, I think if they had her on like second or third leg, she probably would have went 48 because she was in such a good rhythm. But she gave us a really consistent 49. Like, can't ask for nothing better on a relay and then she passed it off to Sydney McLaughlin, who busted a 47.7, which is number 3 all time. Crazy. Gabby Thomas got the baton, gave us a 49 to add to her 3 gold medal count. And then from the 4x1 and then 200-meter dash. And then you have the likes of Alexis Holmes, who was the highest place finisher for the 400, kill it in like 48 and some change. You can't ask for a better relay than that. I think with the handoffs and stuff, they probably would have got the world record. Before the run, I had a feeling that they were going to get it just because of the caliber of talent we had this year. It's kind of funny how we were last year kind of suffering, you know, trying to find bodies, and this year we got bodies galore. We got everybody in the 49s or faster this year, so that was really dope to see. Next performance I have is the men's 4x4. So they almost break the world record as well. I think the one thing that kind of hurt us a little bit was, you know, not everyone ran 44 or faster. I think that first leg could have been a little better in Christopher Bailey, but he still got the job done. No diss to him. But I think if we would have maybe switched him out for Quincy Hall, I think he was dealing with some injuries or nagging issues. You know, after going 43-4 like that, you can't just bounce back and run a open 400 or a 4x4 again. It's tough. But, you know, his body was probably just hurting a little bit. But, you know, like I said, I think we were like, again, a couple milliseconds, hundreds of seconds off from the world record. Really amazing performance by that last leg. You know, what Rai Benjamin and Tebogo, I thought that was really masterful what Rai Benjamin did. He didn't take it out the first 300. Thinking that, you know, I got more speed than this guy and I'm a 400-meter hurdler, so I'm strong. It's like he played it smart. They were evenly matched for each other, and that was very smart on his behalf because Tebogo's a demon. He's not just fast. He has great speed endurance, and he's smart. So they both played it smooth. They both chilled and relaxed on the backstretch, and they both brought it on home. So that was really impressive to see. I mean, Tebogo ran the second fastest time, I believe, or the second fastest time ever for a 4x4. Matthew Hudson-Smith also ran 43.03, even though it didn't seem like it. It was just like he got hawked down by Vernon Norwood, so it didn't seem like he did well. But, I mean, to split 43.03 is crazy. It's moving. So, yeah, definitely a great job by Team USA. Vernon Norwood did his thing as well. Bryce Deadman did his thing, split 43. Everybody brought it up a notch, which is what you want to see in a Olympic final. Next person I have is Noah Lyles winning the Olympic title. I know a lot of people have been bagging on him. You know, he's been getting a lot of commentary from Twitter and YouTube and different folks like that. But at the end of the day, this dude won the Olympic 100-meter dash. No matter how you want to split it, no matter if they say it's a fluke, no matter what they want to say, he won the 100-meter dash. Can't hate on that. All you could do is like applaud that. Everybody said that Keishane. And my predictions, I had him taking it just because he's a demon in those last 20 meters. He didn't show it in the 200 because he was sick, COVID, whatever the case was. But in the 100, he showed that he can get it done. And honestly, that bankroll is not getting any smaller with him winning the 100-meter dash. You know, I think that was probably the preferred event that he wanted to win to going into next year. You know, and that's a whole nother story, but I think that was a big surprise. Everyone had Keishane winning. You know, I think he's probably the only one that probably believed that he was going to get that 100-meter dash. So it was really, really dope to see him win that. The next performance, this is number 7, would have to be Julian Alfred, winning her Olympic gold medal, first for St. Lucia, first Olympic medal period for St. Lucia, for track and field. And also, it wasn't just her running 10:72. It wasn't just her winning the Olympic gold. It was the fact that who she beat. She beat Sha'Carri Richardson. Like, Sha'Carri Richardson is someone who in the final is on demon mode. She's someone who I did not see losing this. I thought because Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price was out, Sharika Jackson was out, Elaine Thompson was out. We had so many missing people. Talu, got injured. There were so many issues that were going on. And Sha'Carri always just seems unbeatable. And the fact that, Julian Alfred Smith said, nah, I got this. And basically, like, blew her out. I mean, 10.72 to 10.87 is not close. And it wasn't, I don't want to even say like, oh, it was just the start. Like, no, like she got out and did not look back. So, shout out to Julian Alfred Smith. She's someone who we saw her talent from University of Texas and how she's been continuing to progress. I mean, she's going to be one of the ones if she continues to stay consistent. Number 8, I have, Tebogo winning the Open 200, getting the first Olympic gold medal for Botswana and Africa. Africa never really won a 200-meter dash. We had the likes of Frankie Fredericks in the 90s, Chase and Michael Johnson for all those years. So it was really great to see Tebogo walk away with that. He was someone that I had as coming in second for that particular race in my predictions. But like I said, he's one that is a dangerous guy. Why? Because of the things he did in the offseason. He ran that 44.2. He ran that world record in the 300-meter dash while trotting across the line. And then he ran in PR there, and he ran 9.82 in the finals of the Olympic 100, which wasn't too far from Noah Lyles. So the fact that he was able to do all those particular things, and maybe Noah was sick. There's so many skeptics out there that say he wasn't sick. Let's be honest. Noah Lyles has not lost a Open 200 in since 2021, right? With him being hurt, with him being healthy, right? 2021 he was dealing with a lot of things, depression, whatever the case is. He's not a choke artist. He don't be ducking nobody. 2023 undefeated in the 200. 2022 undefeated in the 200. 2021 only lost one 200. 2019 was probably the last time that he got beat, and I think that was by Michael Norman in a random Diamond League. So this is someone who got beat all of maybe 3 times in the Open 200. So I think we got to give him the benefit of the doubt that maybe he was a little sick, but nonetheless, Tebogo smoked that 19.4. Whether you're sick or not is a hard task. That's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard task to fulfill. So and like I said, he did it with beating across his chest. He had a little bit of Usain Bolt in there. So you can't hate on that. Tebogo really brought that home. It was a really dope performance. Number 9 would have to be Femkebo. Femkebo split 47.9, really to open up this whole Olympic track and field situation. If y'all remember last year, she got tripped up by Alexis Holmes in a mixed relay, and her team did not medal in the World Championships. That was a hard pill to swallow. And I think, United States got a little bit of karma because they ended up getting disqualified in the 4x4 due to passing outside the zone with the same person that got them that mixed gold medal, which is Alexis Holmes, which had the she had the steez of breaking Femkebo, because they're both pretty strong, but she wasn't able to, Femkebo wasn't able to chase her, and she ended up falling. But Femkebo got her lick back. I mean, she went 47.9 to not just beat the reigning world record holders who set the world record in the prelims, which is the, United States team, had, pretty solid people on there. Shamir Little, Vernon Norwood, Bryce Deadman, and then they had another new athlete. She runs for University of Arkansas. I forgot her name, pardon me. But for Femkebo to come back and run 47.9, and mind you, that girl who was last leg for United States wasn't a slouch. I mean, Femkebo hawked down 2 people, both of them University of Arkansas athletes. Both of them split 49. Both of them have run 49 in the Open. Femkebo was on some demon time that day. So definitely was a hell of a performance because she set the tone for the Olympics. The excitement that's going to be the Olympics. She ended up giving that back in the 400-meter hurdles in her performance. I don't think it was her best performance, but I mean, hell of a performance in the mixed relay though. First gold medal for the Netherlands in terms of the Olympic gold in the mixed relay. And last but not least, This last performance was a really surprising one because it was such a hard guess. I believe I guessed it. I think I got to check my predictions, but I definitely had her in the top three. I had Masai Russell getting the Olympic gold in the 100-meter hurdles. So Masai Russell was someone who we saw in the Olympic trials, and I mentioned that, man, from hurdle 6 to 10, she's just on some demon time. Like, I've never seen someone like seemingly hit a top end speed in between the hurdles. And this is something that was described to me like a couple of weeks ago, that the shorter you are, the easier it is for you to get your knees up, and almost like in the 100, build into your top end speed, where athletes who are a little bit taller, like Jasmine Camacho Quinn, may come close, a little bit close to those 6, 7, 8 hurdles. So, seeing the race and how it unfolded, it seemed like it played out like that. Jasmine Camacho Quinn was on the right side of the field, if you're facing the finish line, and Masai Russell was somewhere in the left to middle. And it just seemed like, Jasmine Camacho Quinn didn't get the usual start. There's a little bit of twitching in the field. And Masai Russell just took advantage. And, this race was not one that was like obvious until they hit the 10th hurdle, and until they dipped, and until they looked on the scoreboard and saw that she won. It was that freaking close. And the fact we have someone who just got out of college, who's first year being officially pro, who has been good dealing with the up and downs of the seasons. Devin Charlton, her teammate that trained at the University of Kentucky, set the world record indoor season. And you have Masai Russell, who is struggling on indoor season, trying to get her rhythm right. She's very transparent on her YouTube page. So it was really dope to see that process unfold and reach its climax, which is the Olympic gold medal in 2024 in Paris. So definitely big shout out to her. Big shout out to all the athletes that I named. And like I said, guys, this is my top 10 sprint performances that I thought were dope, that really stuck out to me. There was a bunch of others. Like, I saw the 100-meter 10 hurdles. I saw the men's 400-meter dash with the big three. I saw a lot of people, but in terms of like top 10, this is my top 10 right here. This is my top 10. So if you have a suggestion in terms of your top 10, some top performances that you noticed for the 2024 Olympic Games, definitely drop them in the comments. And thank you guys for watching. This is D Brown with Trackheads. Peace.